What's up, guys? It's Steven here from Cymatics, and welcome to episode 4 of the Ask Cymatics Show. Yesterday, we actually uploaded the first episode, and I'm really excited. I saw 200 and something comments. We got how many subscribers? 400. I can't tell you how excited I get when we start a new channel. Like sometimes we have somebody like Instagram's over 100,000, our old YouTube channel's over 100,000 subscribers. But when I start something fresh, it's like starting a new character in a video game, or it's like starting a new Pokemon file or something. I get super pumped up. I'm like, sweet. You know, I'm the underdog right now. Let me figure out how to build this thing up. So I'm really excited about building up this new YouTube channel. It's going to be based, you know, more around me and Drew's like kind of personal brand. It's going to be doing cool stuff like this podcast, interviews, stuff like that to kind of get people thinking, you know, thinking in the right terms or thinking in the right way in terms of like mindset and a bunch of other entertaining stuff. So I just want to say thanks to everybody who's tuned in so far. Hopefully we've got some great questions for the day. What were we just talking about before this? Oh, the hack. Yeah, okay. It's kind of funny. I wanted Drew to request me on here. Let me see if he's popped up at all. Oh, you can ask questions on the Instagram Live. I didn't know that. That's fucking fire. Yeah, I'm going to be taking those in. Guys, by the way, if you guys want to ask your question, ask it in the little chat bubble question thing. Didn't even know you can do that. But the little hack I wanted to do, so what happens is on Instagram Live, if you guys are watching this, this is why you should network. This is why you should network nonstop on Instagram because if you build friends and stuff, you can do a lot of growth hacks together with 2 accounts. But essentially what happened was yesterday I called Drew into the live stream, and the second you call another person in and you do the split screen, what happens is it notifies their followers and your followers get notified already. So it takes everybody that's already in your live stream, and it just jacks up the view count. And all of a sudden I went from like having 90 people watching live to like 180. And I was going to think about doing a hack by getting another phone and doing the same thing in terms of, you know, calling in the Cymatics fan page and getting all those followers in. I just realized when I was looking over, I forgot to press the record button. So we're relying on this audio. This lav is useless. I shall take off this lav. Fuck this thing. I'm an idiot. Sam, you got to make sure I don't fuck up because I'm a very bad camera guy. As you can see, yeah, we only got one audio now. Everything's pressure. The pressure's on because we've botched audio 2 times and the backup has saved us. We are climbing without a rope, Alex Honnold style, going up the mountain with no rope. One fuck up and we're done. Anyways, let's get on with the show. Somebody said, where do you ask questions? 2 different places. One, you can drop your questions on the actual YouTube episodes of Ask Cymatics. We only have 1 video up right now. Or the second place you can ask questions is actually going to be ask@cymatics.fm. Is that the email that we have? Yeah, and guys, one thing I would love video questions. I would love to sit here and look at a video of somebody asking a question, so you get that spotlight on the show. We'll give you a shout out, and I think that'd be sick. Actually, by the way, everybody watching this right now, go ask that video question. I think it's very important. Get on your phone right after this episode, ask a selfie thing, send it to ask@cymatics.fm, and there is a good fucking chance you'll be featured in the next episode or the one after.
Emoji Makes Music wants to know, is it all about the music or marketing?
If you're wondering if it's all about the music or the marketing, for you as an artist, a lot of it's about the music. Your world's probably 80-20, 80% music, maybe even 90% music. Especially in the early days, it's more like 100%, okay? For your team, for your manager, you know, maybe the reverse happens. It's only, you know, 10% about the music and worrying about that. It's more about the business side. For your booking guy, it's going to be, you know, 100% about the booking, you know, maybe not even worrying about the music per se. For, you know, the merch person, the website person, the Facebook ads person, a lot of the great projects have great teams behind them. And the thing that makes a music project entirety as a whole is a lot more than the music. It's the way you personal brand on Instagram and Facebook, right? Look at some of these people, you know, whose careers blow up. Dylan Francis, dude, he was doing funny videos that added a lot to his music project and how people felt about his music. Take a look at somebody like Kodak Black right now. He's receiving a lot of heat. People are saying, we're going to stop playing your music, blah, blah. Okay, so obviously personal brand is affecting the actual music, okay? So when it comes to a music project and your success with that project, I'm going to say that, honestly, music's probably only 10 to 20%. But when it comes to you as an artist, it's 100 or it's 90 or it's 80, right? It plays a bigger role. But as a project as a whole, You have your music, and then you have your distribution, right? How are you getting that music out there? Do you have the connections you need to get on the YouTube channels? Do you have connections for the Spotify playlist, all that kind of stuff? That plays a very, very large role, the marketing, because it amplifies the music. And then you have things like people who understand things like Facebook ads, who understand kind of like how to build a website, how to collect leads and do all that kind of stuff. That plays a portion of your project. Then you have your networking and building relationships in the music industry. So in my opinion, the music's only a small portion of the bigger picture of building a brand and building a career. But for you as an artist, it plays a bigger role. And what you can take away from this is build a team. Okay, it's one of the most important things you can do. I don't care if you have $0 in your bank account. When I had 0 employees for Cymatics, I was still recruiting people nonstop, calling my friends, family members, cousins, whoever I could possibly get who would be interested in meeting up with me at Starbucks and helping me build something. And I've tried a lot of stuff besides Cymatics. I've tried a music project with Drew. I've tried my own music project. I had to try, I tried to build an organic supplement store. I tried to help my aunt market her grocery store and turn into the next Whole Foods. Obviously, that didn't work out. I tried to build people's websites. I went, me and Drew were thinking about selling dread beads online. We were thinking about selling glass because there's a whole community of glass blowers on Instagram. And then we landed on Cymatics when we fused our old passion with some of the new marketing and business stuff. But pretty much what I'm saying is no matter what venture I took on, I was constantly asking people who was interested in being involved. And I'm going to tell you right now, there are so many people who can dedicate 20 to 30 hours to help you with your project with the promise that they'll have future benefits if the project takes off. And even if it doesn't, they'll learn a fuck ton in the process. And I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of people are wasting their time playing Apex. A lot of people are wasting their time watching Netflix, watching episodes of this, doing all kinds of things that they would much rather actually be on a mission to build a project or do something like that. They just need to have that visionary and that inspiration to go do it, okay? So the best tip is have that all-around team because it plays a big role. It's not just about the music, and the way to get that is that you need to hit up everybody you know, and you need to sell the crap out of your music project and why investing their time into this now is going to yield results for them in the future.
Spencer asks, what was your favorite pack to make?
Let me think back. So we've done so many packs, like over 3 years worth of packs at this point, something that was probably one of my favorites was actually our most recent one, which is Omega. The reason I liked Omega so much is that, it was the first time that we had looked at, not just really a pack, it was really a production suite, because it's hard to call something that is as large as what it was and really the process that went up to it is not the same thing you see on a random website, where you pay $15 for. It was something that, we got a bunch of studio sessions working with actual guitarist, pianist, people playing weird random instruments, saxophone players, like trumpets, all different kinds of interesting things. And then those people worked with producers, right? EDM, hip hop producers and stuff like that. And when we combined those two things, that's where we saw a product like we had never worked on before. So I'm going to definitely have to say Omega on that end. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun.
Jeremy asks, what can I do to get fans to connect more? I'm releasing on all major streaming sites and doing shows regularly, but I'm not getting the fan response I want.
I've talked about this over and over again. Building fans is not just about releasing music. If you think that releasing better music and better artwork, like that's probably the biggest mistake most artists make, is they think the artwork is marketing. Like they think the artwork is branding. And I'm like, dude, you are so far off. If you think your Instagram layout of making the pictures look cohesive, it's going to what looks awesome, because you're approaching it from an artsy perspective, which you think that art is brand, like the same thing as the music, right? It's where that same mentality that helps you create amazing music hurts you really, really bad in the marketing world. So the first way to really connect with your fans better is think about how to connect from them if you had 0 songs released. For example, coming up either next week or the week after, me and Drew are dropping a lo-fi album. It's going to be a sweet little mix, you can listen to while you're chilling, working, whatever. It's going to be very chill, but we're dropping it, and we're also dropping the packs behind it and all this stuff. But guess what? Under Steven Cymatics and Drew Cymatics, we haven't really dropped any songs. We've just dropped hundreds of pieces of content. I've done live streams, I'm doing this show, and I've built so much brand that when we go to drop that album, there's going to be so much hype around it that that essentially a lot of the work is done for us through content, and that's the way that things are evolving these days. That's the way producers need to think, and then the producers who understand that are dominating right now. The producers that are too artsy, especially about their Instagram layout, and this is a very dangerous one because producers used to think the same thing about their SoundCloud banner looking correctly. They thought that was marketing. I would say literally 99% of producers watching this, if you took your phone and you screenshotted the floor for every single artwork, you would be a lot better off because you would save your mind space for focusing on what does matter, which is really distribution and branding and content. Everybody has the Instagram layout, and they think that's the answer. They think making their profile picture look all artsy where they're in the sunset looking away from the camera, face blurred out. You know who you are. You know who you are. SoundCloud banner, okay? You should shitpost. Everybody watching this right now should shitpost right this second, and I don't care if it gets 0 likes. I'm talking about the worst ugly-looking selfie photo or something like that. Not because that's going to be what pops off, but because you got to get over it. You got to get over that because it's a huge mental block for a lot of producers who are perfectionists, who think everything needs to be perfect. That's wrong in social media. Actually, real quick, I want to make sure this gets into the podcast, Sam, but real quick, everybody right now, think back to last Tuesday. And I want you to name one post that you saw. Think about, can you name one post that got posted last Tuesday in your newsfeed? Guess what? Almost nobody can remember it, right? Why can nobody remember this? It's because the nature of social media, people don't remember good posts from bad posts. They only can remember a feeling and a feeling they have with the page or brand, okay? With that being said, you guys are so worried about how people are going to feel about your post. Nobody can remember good or bad post. Okay? So stop worrying about that shit and just keep going.
Antonio asks, what is the best advice you can give to an artist to help grow as a person and to stay open-minded with social media?
The best advice I can give for somebody to grow as an artist is actually to approach it as like a student, okay? So if you're trying to learn the production side, seek out mentors, seek out people in your city, seek out people online, okay? Because I know a few of you, when I said that city thing, are probably thinking like, oh, I'm from this random country. I don't care. Like right now, I'm talking to people worldwide through the internet, okay? The times have changed. Seek out mentors in person, online, on YouTube. Okay, so watching, like there's great, like Virtual Riot, there's production videos on Virtual Riot, Martin Garrix, like everybody you can think of their creative process, there's interviews, all kinds of stuff. Even if you don't, aren't good at networking, even watching YouTube videos is a form of finding a mentor. And if you want to grow as a person, on the production side, I would suggest doing that. But even when it comes to the learning the other things, if you want to grow, like actually reach out to like every single blog. Like I'm talking everybody from Your EDM, EDM.com, Earmilk, I'm saying Selection, every different sort of label, and try to work for those places for free. Because if you're having trouble connecting with people and you want to learn how to build brand, one of the best things you can do is go work for somebody else who's already crushing it. Go find somebody else who you admire and go try to work for free. Build a list of 50 to 100 of those people. Literally offer them value. Don't say like, hey, let me intern. Literally say, hey, I noticed you're doing this thing on social media. You're doing a lot of these graphics. You're doing a lot of these videos, or maybe you guys need help with this. I'd love to help out I'd love to help out however I can. I'm working a full-time job right now, but I can dedicate 15 to 20 hours a week doing whatever you need. Right? Kind of be hands-on, be nitty gritty, try to do even like complete crap jobs. But I'm telling you, get into those systems and then you'll learn more about what are making successful music projects or successful things in general, what makes those things work. And when you see it from behind the scenes, you'll start to understand a lot more. Because as an artist, it's easy to look at another artist and say, wow, they have this sort of artwork on their song, and they had this sort of song. Like if I can get the right artwork with the right song, I'm going to blow up just like them. But guess what? There's so many moving elements behind the scenes that makes that stuff work, that sometimes getting into those teams and kind of working for free can help you see some of those behind the scenes systems. And then that'll allow you to kind of go to that next level when you go to release your song. So combine all that stuff together and you'll start to really connect with your fans a lot better and really start to have a lot more success on your releases outside of just putting stuff up on the different platforms. That wraps it up for this show. I do appreciate you guys for watching this. I'm having a lot of fun doing this show. It's actually one of the most fun things I have. It gives me something almost to look forward to every morning, because like during the day I'm like in the chaos, but just being able to sit down and kind of talk about my thoughts, connect with people and stuff like that is really awesome. Make sure you're subscribing to the YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell. I'm going to be uploading every day at probably around 10 to 12 p.m. EST. I want to stay really consistent with that. I'm going for literally every single day. And I'm going to start getting some guest appearances. I've already started talking to different people who are going to come in and join us on the show. I'm definitely going to get Drew involved. We might evolve and do a couple more shows on top of the Ask segment. So I'm pretty excited about that. And as of right now, we just started the Ask Cymatics Show SoundCloud. So if you guys want to listen to the audio and it's a little bit easier for you than YouTube, that's going to be available. And I'm getting the Spotify rolling, so check all that stuff in the description. If the Spotify is up in time, then it'll be up there in the description. If not, the SoundCloud is going up today, and these usually come out a couple days after I shoot them. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and if you want to be featured on the next episode, drop a comment on the YouTube channel or the SoundCloud, and I will be looking at all of them. We'll take the best questions and pop them straight into the show. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the I was going to say I hope you guys enjoyed the Eskimo. Hope you guys enjoyed the Eskimo. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.